The year is 1953. As the Cold War accelerates, the intelligence apparatus of the United States begins racing to weaponize human psychology. A CIA scientist named Frank Olson becomes an unwitting test subject in this very operation. His own agency slips a massive dose of LSD into his drink. Over the next few days, Olson's mind fractures. He reports crippling paranoia and claims to hear distinct, disembodied voices speaking to him. Shortly after these phantom encounters, he plunges 13 stories from a New York hotel window to his death. Olson's death remains a chilling mystery. His sudden descent suggests that the CIA's experiments were producing psychological side effects that the agency's doctors were entirely unprepared to handle. Olson's death coincided with the official launch of MKUltra. Operating from Langley, the program was given a sprawling mandate to develop reliable mind control techniques, pushing the experiments far beyond agency scientists and out into the American public. Operatives sought out the most vulnerable populations available. They subjected unwitting mental patients and incarcerated citizens to intense regimens of electroshock therapy and high-grade psychedelics without consent. The surviving declassified files detail unexpected side effects. Instead of standard drug trips, patients reported coherent, terrifying anomalies. Records describe objects seemingly moving, on their own, and vivid, extended visitations from dead relatives. The agency set out to build a pragmatic interrogation tool. Instead, they forced open a psychological door that produced the exact phenomena we classify as a haunting. To understand what these subjects were actually experiencing, we have to look at the mechanical workings of the brain under extreme, weaponized chemical distress. Neurologists point to a phenomenon called ego dissolution. Normally, your brain maintains a strict cognitive filter, a barrier that separates your internal anxieties from the external, physical world around you. Massive, non-consensual doses of LSD can completely obliterate this protective barrier. The internal and external instantly merge, creating a state of extreme hypersuggestibility. On a biological level, the patient loses the mechanical ability to distinguish a manifested fear from a literal physical threat in the room. The ghosts seen by victims were the direct biological result of their brain's reality-filtering mechanisms being chemically dismantled. Modern psychology provides a framework for these extreme collective hallucinations, known as the tulpa effect. A tulpa is essentially a thought form. When extreme collective fear is combined with clinical manipulation, subjects can manifest an entity so vividly that it becomes tangibly real to everyone present in the altered state. In 1973, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered the destruction of nearly all MKUltra records, primarily to shield the agency from legal prosecution for its human rights abuses. The few fragments that escaped the incinerator contain references that modern neuroscience still struggles to resolve, detailing unexplained audio recordings and subjects reporting precognitive visions. The selective destruction of these records ensured the program's most disturbing anomalies would remain a mystery. It suggests the agency was desperate to erase evidence of weaponized psychological phenomena that they could no longer control. These historical operations are no longer confined to the Cold War. The same lines of inquiry are resurfacing in modern legislative discourse. Recent congressional hearings have begun to explore the ties between MKUltra's legacy and modern investigations into unexplained aerial phenomena. The highest levels of government are actively studying how altered human consciousness interfaces with unexplained and supernatural reports. The mid-century pursuit of a mind control weapon has evolved into an institutional investigation into the paranormal. Evaluating the MKUltra ghost anomalies forces us to look past the supernatural and toward a much darker reality. Whether literal spirits exist is secondary to the proven fragility of human perception. The CIA proved that with the right combination of trauma and chemical intervention, the brain can be forced to manufacture its own escapable horrors. MKUltra's true legacy is the documented proof that the human mind can be weaponized to haunt itself.